We are live. We are live. Okay, welcome to the Downs Myers Trading Group. I'm Susan, studio trader. I'm going live because the last time we went live, we talked about the big old elephant in the room, and that was the number one musketeer, the Reverend Elon Musk. So before I get started, let me go ahead and turn my phone off, but I have to leave it open on silent mode because uh-oh, turn off my flash. So I'm doing this solo once again. Anyway, this broadcast also is being brought to you by OBD Extra, which is online business development and digital resources. If you're into digital real estate, excellent. You are here and ready to make a footprint into this Internet of Things. I'm Susan. Once again, I'm doing this solo. I'm still looking for a co-host for my shows. Eventually, we're gonna get there. So, basically, what we do here is, if you read at the bottom, we create change through information, communication, education, and business development software. Also, because this is our trading channel, I must put up my show disclaimer, and there you go. Look below, guys, because this is not financial advice, nor am I a certified financial planner or accountant or tax professional. So, of course, trading the markets is risky, and it is a risk reward business. So, if you are in this business, great. If you're an investor only, that's even greater. So, the last time I had kind of like maybe a super long broadcast, and I really don't want to make this too long, but I do want to revisit the infrastructure bill. So I'm going to pop in the slides that I did last time, and we're going to go through the charts quickly to see where our profit and loss was. Now, inside of the infrastructure bill, there were several different things that they wanted to work on, roads, highways, blah, 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 blah. So we picked, or I picked, or it was picked, the different stocks that would actually, move with that particular bill being signed by Joe Biden. So let's go ahead and get started with that. So basically, I'm going to take you to the slide, full screen. Why not? So he signed the bill on November 15th for $1 trillion. I'm not sure if he got a trillion. Okay, there you go. I think we got maybe 550 billion. A lot of things in the bill they took off. So, with that being said, let's go ahead and make this quick. All right. So Biden wanted a trillion. The package was put to 550 billion. So we're looking at transportation, broadband, and utilities. All right. So let's get into the plays because we want to just get into it, right? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to be flip flopping back and forth into the charts so you guys can see the charts, see the research, and decide for yourself what worked and what didn't work. So let's start with Caterpillar. Oh, and then we'll talk about the elephant without peanuts in the room, and that's the one musketeer, and we'll get to that in a second. It's news all over the place. If you have a Twitter account, you know what I'm talking about. If you don't, well, guess what? You're probably gonna hear it here. All right. So Caterpillar, let's go there. Let's go and pick it up. CAT. Now in the infrastructure slide, and we'll go back to the slide. Caterpillar was trading at the date that we did this at $213.45 per share. Today, Caterpillar is sitting at a whopping, and let's go ahead and make it full screen so you guys can't see it full screen like that. It's sitting at a whopping 227. So we're probably looking at about a little more than a 10% move to the upside. And there you go. So Twitter was a good play, right? So let's go back and let's pick up our slide again. Jacobs Engineering. Then we're looking at roads and highways. The stock was sitting at 130, 133. I do believe this was a winner as well. So let's go back to our chart. We're going to go over here and we are going to pick up J for Jacobs Engineering. Now this is at 145 today. So let's go back to our chart and see what we got going on. Right now it's sitting at 145 bucks per share. If you put in 100 shares and you actually did something with Jacobs, you got a 10% move on that. Cool. Martin Marietta is more of a kind of a utility road and highway play, but I do believe it made a move down. But we'll look. How about that? So let's put in MLM for Martin Marietta. All right, and it's sitting at 366 per share. And let's go back to our chart. It's down 10%, a little more than 10%, maybe 12%. So there you go. And then ACOM, not sure. Anyway, we're going to put that in. I do believe that was a winner. ACM. That's sitting at 76 per share. It's up a little bit today, right? As we can see right there. If you're not on full screen or if you're not over at YouTube looking at this on the YouTube channel, that's fine. You could probably go full screen. But anyway, let's go back. So we're looking at ACM, right? We're gonna see what that is at 62.99. So you got almost a 15% move on ACM. I knew that was a pretty good move. And then we have Vulcan Materials because they're gonna need materials to build these roads and highways. So that's at 187. Ticker symbol VMC. Right? And let's see. That's at 187. Let's go over to the chart. And that is down to 175. So that's a pullback. 80% to 20%, not bad. So that's how road and infrastructure play. All right. So now let's go and see what's going on with public transportation. The only thing I found in my research on that was WAB Web Tech. So let's look at Web Tech. Let's see, it was sitting at 87.29 per share, and WAB, and we got a little small move on that. Let's go ahead and add that to the stream. That was a 5% move to the upside, and they're actually up on the day, so that wasn't too bad. Let's go back to ports and waterways. We're looking at the Great Lakes Dredge and Docks Corp, GLLD. This was a very inexpensive stock play, so I'm curious to see what this did. I'm not sure if I did anything with this one, but I believe it's down about 2%, and it is down on the day. So let's add that to the string. There we go. So that was That was a 14. It's not down that much. Maybe 1.5% down on the downside, right? And we're looking at this one at $14, and it's sitting at 13.93. So about 1.25%, right? Um, Waterways and wastes, and I don't know why waste management wouldn't be in there, but whatever. Let's look at Xylem, and that's XLY. And this is for my boy Keith, who's into charts, and I'm showing him some charts actually, and then also um, showing you guys a little bit of how I do my research, because this was a while back that I put these numbers together, and I do that a lot in my journals. Something I'm looking for to do a play on. It might be 5 to 10 shares or 5 to 10 underlying stocks, and I'll write them down on that particular date. I might go back to them a week later, depending on how the market cycles around, because it's very cyclical these days and it is highly volatile. So water and waste. Um, let's see, Xylon over here, Xylem, 129, and XLY, XLY. There we go. XLY. Ooh, look at that. Not a good play at all. I want to show you guys this. This is something that there's got to be a reason for this. This stock is sitting at $84. I did not play this stock. I did have reservations. And, you always want to look at what the sentiment is in the market. And you always want to look at the fundamentals of the company. And then, of course, you want to use your own instincts, right? So there you go. The next one is Fortera. Now, this one probably is the better play. I'm not sure if I did anything water and water waste, because they don't care about climate change. And oh my God, our water is disgusting. Okay. I mean, it's FRTA. I'm not going to get into the politics of climate change. I can't tell you what's going on with this stock. Oh, did I put it in wrong? Hold on. For some reason, I'm not getting a reading on this stock. All right, I'm going to show it to you anyway. There we go. What the hell is going on? But look at this thing. Let me go over to this part of it, which is right. It almost looks like the stock was halted for some reason. There's no volume. I'll have to definitely do a little more research on that. It could have decided to go private. So we'll have to look at that. But this stock is not looking good. So we're going to remove that from our water waste, right? Anyway, it jumped on March 17th to almost $25 from November 21st to at 23. I mean, that wasn't a huge jump. It was like maybe 2%. But I don't know what's going on with Fortera. EV. How many of us have EV plays that when we talk about EV, we're not talking about Neo, Tesla, Li Auto. Oh gosh, name it. Everybody's doing EV tech, right? But what we're talking about are the picks and shovels. Who's making the batteries? Who's um, planting the lithium? Or where are we getting our metals and chips from these days? Because actually, the uh, this was November 21st when I did this. Now we've got a war going on, and who knows where EV charging is going. I have an e-bike. I have an electric bike. It would be awesome if I could get from one point to another point and, you know, hit a coffee shop and there's a charging station. And while I'm in there working on this or that on my laptop, I could be charging my e-bike at the station. And we need more charging stations everywhere. But I'm on my soapbox. Let's go to the charts. EV charging, Blink. I know all of these are just anyway. Let's do our thing we do. Let's get to the chart. Blink Charging Company, BLNK, BLNK. Boom. And let's see, it was at 36.41. This is not a surprise. Down 10%. Today it is definitely down, but it's sitting at 24.22 right now. So over the months, that stock has moved down 10%. Evgo Incorporated, EVGO. We're probably looking at the same thing here, guys. EV has just hit so many obstacles due to the war. And that stock was already an inexpensive stock. However, ooh, well, look at you. I wouldn't put my eggs in this basket, but it is something to put on our watch list as charging because at a very inexpensive stock price. Of course, we want to look at our fundamentals. You know, does it have any debt? Does it have any cash on hand? Is it trying to invest in other companies to grow bigger? You know, there's a lot of M&A going on. But let me show you the chart here on EVGO, however you want to pronounce it. They're up, guys. Look at that. They're up like almost 3% or 2.5% from November 2015 or whenever the bill was signed, November in 2021 to today's date. Okay. Let's go back to the last one, ChargePoint. Now, I believed in this stock, and I do believe that ChargePoint is down a lot. Possibly last time I looked at it, symbol CHPT, and yeah, right or wrong, I knew this wasn't going to hold water. So let's go ahead and flip over to the chart. And that's a big old wow. That's it. It's sitting at 1564. It's down a little over 1% today or a dollar. So look, ChargePoint was a $25 stock, wasn't it? There you go. Down 10%. Right. So let's move on to the next bit. Here we go. Electric buses. You know, Plug Power is highly disappointing, and I want to go with them first because they are in my portfolio, and I bought them on the high, unfortunately, and that stock is basically ranging between 20 and $30, and it is down, 4 or 5%, and of course, it is down on the day. So let's take a look at that chart. It was at 29. It's now at 25. It's down on the day. Well, it's all a part of the EV market, right? Plug is. Um, Proterra, I wasn't sure about this stock. These are all small plays. You guys have to remember this. And let's go ahead and check out PTRA. And PTRA today, woo, it's sitting at $7.12 from $12.48. Let's take a look at the chart. Yeah, there we go. Pretty interesting. So the last one is Bluebird. Didn't really uh, didn't really have a consensus either way on this one. BLBD, I knew it was in the space, and yeah, just like all the EV, all the electric stuff, it's down as well. Let's see, November 2021 at 23, almost 24 bucks a share. It's sitting at 17. So let's go to the chart, add the stream. And yeah, and as far as volume goes, you also want to look at the volume of the stock. And I guess we want to kind of look over here. First of all, it's hard to borrow. It's a hard to borrow stock. That's one thing. And the other thing is the volume's only like 18K. So not much activity going on in the stock, except it's losing money. We'd have to look at the fundamentals of that stock if we're interested in putting it in our portfolio at a pullback, right? Broadband. I'm not sure about broadband expansion because I think we mentioned it about the 5G interfering with the technicals or the odamas or whatever makes a plane fly, right? The radar, I believe it was. So all that 5G interference, I'm not sure if they were able to actually expand in the broadband sector. But American Tower is the mid stock that investors can afford to, look at. And it was actually one of the ones that I was considering. However, the volume on this stock is low, but it did have a pullback. And like I said, we're looking at what's going on today compared to what happened between November of 2021 and here we are in April of 22. A lot has happened. But anyway, the stock is now at 256, and it was up at 277 per share. So we might want to wait to see what the outcome of broadband is going to be, right? Charter is a huge communications company. I'm going to start with them first because sitting at 776 per share and all the crap that went down with them having to scale back on infrastructure for broadband and maybe even some companies not being able to roll out 5G the way they wanted to after they put up all these um, 5G infrastructures on top of residential apartments and condominiums. Yeah, all in your face, right? Yeah, so let me get off my soapbox and go ahead and pull that chart up. CHTR, right? And just what I thought. Um, I'll let you guys take a look for yourself. Bam, oh my gosh, look at this. Not a lot of volume in this stock going on. It is not particularly a hard to borrow stock. And still, this stock is down huge. It's sitting, the asking price right now is 557. I would have never put my money in a stock that's priced that high. Oops. Let's go to the string. Right? I mean, come on. ChargePoint. Charter Communications. And I do believe at one point Charter was in the that was Charter. Was in the cell phone business, selling cell phones. I do believe. Oh, so that's it. Uh on what's going on. I wouldn't say the bull market has ended, but I will say that there's a bear market rally going on. And let me get this off of here. In all reality, guys, that was all I had for that particular research. Now, the that where's that elephant? Where is he? Oh, his name is the Reverend Elon Musketeer. Now, this guy, I don't know. He's a genius. Okay, if you want to call him a genius, fine. Okay, so he's got the Boring Company. He's got SpaceX, which just recently connected to the space station. 4 people, 3 paid $55 million for a ride to the International Space Station (ISS), with one being an astronaut. So 55 million times three. Yeah, he made a cool billion somewhere in there. Then they get to spend 10 days on the space station and a flight back home. Okay, so he's got Boring Company, he's got SpaceX, he's got Tesla. Uh this guy goes and buys I can't remember how many shares of Twitter he buys. You can check it um, on Yahoo Finance or Google Finance. But he bought a lot of shares and the stock went shooting to the moon. And on a Friday or Thursday, he committed to joining the board of Twitter. And everybody was excited. Even Dorsey tweeted out to him or sent him something saying, we're happy to have Musk on board with us. We've been wanting Musk to be a part of Twitter for a while. He's an influencer. He's this, he's that. He's the man, right? Then over the week, he gets sent the paperwork on Friday. He decides, now this guy is now like 51% share on. He pretty much owns Twitter. So of course they want him on the board. So he would be then limited on the upside of what shares he would actually have to take. So now, then that would cap at 14.9%. It was something like that, right? After he bought 9.8% of all the shares that he put in, he would be capped at 14. So he doesn't like being controlled. He likes everything free, even though the Tesla cars aren't free. Okay. So then um, he gets sent the paperwork and he decides, no, you're not locking me in. He decides over the weekend that he's not going to join the board. News comes out on Monday, stock tanks. Well, it doesn't tank. It pulls back to basically where it was. So, because over the weekend, the Reverend Elon Musk decides to tweet out the most ridiculous things you've ever heard. Like, um, hey, what if we take the W out of Twitter? Okay, figure it out. Oh, Twitter's warehouse should be a house for the homeless. Everybody on the board even Jack Dorsey, I can't imagine what he's thinking. Like, what's going on in this man? Why would he do that? You know. And then before all of that, he was tweeting before when he hadn't told the world that he wasn't going to be a part of Twitter, that he tweets out, "Hey guys, how would you like an edit button on Twitter?" Yeah, what? Oh, by the way, the Donald Trump stock tanked or did a nice pullback. DWAC, I think it's called. It's a SPAC, DWAC SPAC. Oh, and by the way, the president or the manipulator or whoever he is, Nunes, who left Congress because he was going to be in trouble anyway, or the House of Representatives, I forget where he was. Anyway, he was a knucklehead. He is the president, CEO of this DWAC SPAC, this new Donald Trump social media app. All right. Anyway, now I don't know what's going on with that SPAC. I gotta pull it up real quick, and then we'll get back to Elon. Yeah, it's back to where it was. Let me see on the news. There it is. You gotta see this. This is Digital World Acquisition Corporation, which is, the Donald Trump social media platform. It was right around here. Yeah. And this is what it did. Boom. Okay. So there are some bag holders out there. Yeah, whatever. Anyway, back to my tirade about the elephant. I'm sorry. The one MUSK-ateer. So now, today, Twitter, Musk wants to buy Twitter, and then he wants to take it private. So he says this. Now, this is going into a long weekend where I don't know if he does this on purpose or not, because he does these things at the end of the week when the market is at its most volatile, right? And then over the weekend, now he's got 3 days to tweet out all of this crazy crap or whatever he tweets about Twitter. I mean, oh my God, what is he doing to this stock? Twitter goes nowhere. Twitter has no revenue. He wants a blue subscription. He wants subscription for Twitter. He wants to remove ads from Twitter and make it a full subscription site. He wants to take it private. So, you know what's coming. It's April, right? 420 was what he wanted to do with the Tesla shares 2-3 years ago. What 420 is? It's the whole marijuana day. And if the stock got to 420, he was going to take the stock private at 420, and I guess the shareholders would have all been investors, or they could convert whatever to cash. Who knows? Anyway, the SEC said, you can't do that. You need to put out some paperwork, buddy boy. Okay, we're gonna have to fine you for this ridiculous mess you've just created. Of course, nothing happened with that, but the stock went to the moon. Okay. Now, with all of that being said, so this morning at 6 a.m., the news comes out. He wants to buy Twitter for, are you ready? $54.20 per share. You get it? 420, 54.20. Well, the stock went up to $50 from the pullback that it did. So that he offered $54.20 per share, which was somewhere around $43 billion. The board met at 10:30 this morning. I don't know what the outcome of that is, But they'd be crazy to put this stock into, to put this company. How's he going to manage Twitter? Excuse me. Dorsey, who was CEO of Square Block and Twitter for years, had a hard time managing both companies. Now, I'm not saying that Musk can't do it because he's already managing how many other companies that he has inside of uh, his not umbrella, sword, shield, cape, black hat, whatever, mask, whatever a musketeer wears. I'm not touching Twitter with a 10-foot pole. I told myself this morning, you know what? I'm going to buy the rumor and sell this news. But I didn't, because the stock has now pulled back to a lovely, I have my CNBC on over here, to a lovely $46.86. And what I want to do real briefly before we end this live broadcast, because I've I've gone on too long with this. I want to give you guys a daily minute chart of what this stock did today. Right? And let's pull it over here. I'm gonna remove the banners because I want you guys to see this. Where are my banners? Actually, here we go. I'm gonna hide this, and we all read the disclaimer down below, so we're good with that. All right, and now let's go full screen, and boom. All right, this is a daily 1-minute chart. So if you look down at the bottom, right down here, you see that let's go to earlier today. Okay, the market opened. Oh, it's not going to show me. It's not going to show me pre-market. Dang, that's all right. But here you go. Oh wait, hold on. I'm on the wrong day. Let me go back. Today is Thursday, right? Okay, here we go. Yeah, look at this, guys. This is just dumb, right? Here we go. Somewhere around here at where did all right, whatever. Look at this. I mean, so this is a minute chart, minute by minute news about Musk. And then the news was bad. News about Musk. Oh, wait, is this 10:30? Oh, the board met. And the board probably said, this fool done lost his mind. Right? So let's move this over. Here we are right now. And we're almost going to go back. I bet you any amount of money, we're going to fill this gap. This gap right here. What happened? If we don't, I want to see if we can. Let's go. Let's go. Come on. It's not letting me do it for some reason. Trying to get this. Hold on, guys. That's the one I want. I want this one. Fibonacci retracement. Let's go here. And let's bring our trend line up to about there. Okay. There we go. And I want to bring that out. Let's see. I wanted to make that line thicker for you so you can see it, but you can see the trend. Okay. So what would we call support here? What are we calling support? Support is going to be somewhere around 46. Let's say 46.50. That right here, this line. 46.50. If it gets here and it bounces back up, then we're probably, here's your resistance. We're probably going to be somewhere around 46. I don't think this stock is going anywhere today. But if it breaks through this line, if it never touches this line, which is support, and this is resistance, if it breaks through here, it's gonna go down. If it breaks through up to the upside, it'll probably go up. It'll probably hit somewhere around 47. And this is what it's been doing and ranging all day. So, what do? You watch it. Don't be that person. Now, if they drug this out, if this happened on a Tuesday and we had a full market week and all the new, they would have dragged this thing out. I would have paid to buy the rumor and I would have sold the news on Friday. But today is not only is it expiration Thursday, because normally options expire on the third Friday of every month. It's expiration Thursday, not Friday, because tomorrow's Good Friday, and I'm going to wish everyone a happy Easter with that being said. And normally I want to do some lives on Friday here at the Dallas Myers Trading Group. We'll look at some more charts. I'll have some more research, and we will have some more fun. All right, with that being said, I'm out, guys.